Start with a opening statement from Coach.
Yeah, first I want to thank our fans, our community. I know the weather's not great out. It's been coming down all day, and for those that came to the Gallagher Center, it means a lot. It gave us energy, and I just want to say thank you to our fans, and really proud of our group. Just continuing to play, and different guys stepping up at different times, and it was fortunate to be able to stretch the lead at the end of the game there.
Questions?
You're kind of backing into things in the standings. Can you feel things progressing and getting to a point where you're on the cusp of, getting back into the hunt in the MAC tournament?
Well, for us, we just want to keep playing better and keep getting better. And I felt that, this past weekend, whatever the results were or not, I thought we played better. I thought in this one we grew a little bit in some areas. And so, listen, we're not a finished product. We have a long ways to go. And, we just want to keep getting better. And I've seen some growth and progress in our preparation, our practice habits. We had two really good days here of practice, and we want to keep building on that as we play our fourth game in 8 days here on Friday night.
First time around, they did some things to kind of negate your size advantage. It seemed like tonight you guys made a pretty big emphasis on pounding the ball in the paint and kind of where you won the game.
I liked how we played off of 2 feet in the paint. Our pivots, our decision making was much better. The first time we played them, we had 9 turnovers at halftime. We had 9 turnovers the whole game today. And we didn't shoot the ball well from 3. I thought the ball moved very nicely. We missed some shots. That happens as part of the game, but we kept defending. We kept trying to get the ball inside, and we ended up being able to score 42 points in the paint.
Josiah, what have you seen out of this team, very recently that's kind of propelling your team into February and helping to, make a push for the postseason?
Like Coach said, we're not a finished product, but we also know what the task at hand is. Like every day we come in, and Coach always reminds us not to get comfortable because anything can happen. In this league, anybody can win, anybody can lose, and at the end of the day, it's for the taking. So whoever wants it the most is going to go get it. And I feel like they emphasize that a lot for us, and we're starting to understand it.
Jhaylon, I don't know if you've had a perfect game before, but 6 for 6 from the field is pretty good. You feel like saying, "Hey, get me the ball. I'm hot here." Must be a nice feeling.
I just think that my teammates did a good job of just, finding me when I was open. But no, it's not give me the ball at all. I think we all played a good game. My boy JD had a great game today. I think we were just, doing the game plan and just trying to get a win at the end of the day.
Josiah and Jhaylon both Canisius versus Niagara, big rivalry. The atmosphere was there. You guys felt it throughout the game. How did that help you, especially as you got near the end?
Well, like Coach said, obviously the weather is terrible, but we still have a supporting, community that wants to see us win and is willing to come out and watch us through any type of circumstance. So I really appreciate the fans as well because that was definitely needed throughout the game.
Jhaylon, what do you want your team to build off of from tonight, even from last weekend, and take into this weekend?
I think the biggest thing is just, staying together through adversity, regardless of what is going on the court. Just being together, just executing the game plan, and just making sure that we all are on the same page, I think is the best thing that we could just go in or keep taking forward.
Jhaylon, there's a moment early in the second half where you got the ball on the baseline, and you kind of looked over to the bench, and they all yelled at you to shoot the ball. There's almost a little hesitation there, oh, I'm a lot bigger than these guys, I can just shoot over them.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it was a hesitation. I was just trying to see what was there before I made the move. But I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah.
When you get the ball that deep, and we got a lot of confidence, and he's really efficient down there, and it's always nice when your teammates are encouraging you. It's one thing when your coach is doing it, but when your teammates are encouraging you to take the open shot or make the next play or giving that type of encouragement, that's something that we're working on. We're building. It takes time with all these with a whole new team, and he did a really good job finishing around the rim today.
Greg, to what Jhaylon said about what the team wants to build off tonight, how do you think this team has to do that? to get into contention to make the MAC tournament?
Yeah, for us, it's being we got to prepare tomorrow to be at our best on Friday. It's a team that we've played before, and a really good basketball team. And for us, we're still developing that identity defensively. We're able to see some progress there, and what we're trying to do on the ball and off the ball. Today, McMillan got 16 points. He's the leading scorer in the conference. He's a heck of a player. He had 27, 28 the first game, and we tried to make him work for it. And they shoot the three ball so well that we had to work so hard to try to, eliminate some of those. And 4 for 13 against a team like that averages between 9 and 10 a game. So for us, it's developing the identity of defending, rebounding, and then taking care of the basketball.
Josiah, what did you think about your team's response after that?
We responded the right way. I mean, we've been in situations like this before. Obviously, we go through practice in situations like this all the time, so it's not like it's something new to us. But at the end of the day, it's a matter of how we execute the situation. And I feel like in that situation today, we handled it really well.
In the same kind of idea, there was an altercation on the bench in the first half. That player was removed in the first half and again in the second half. How did you kind of diffuse that situation and kind of not let that derail you guys?
Yeah, listen, this is an emotional game and rivalry game, and for us, it's one of those that's we're learning how to handle situations and responding to those things. And so for us, I thought the guys did a great job and staying together and playing together.
Josiah, you're used to putting the ball in the basket. It hasn't come easy to you this year, but you really got things going tonight. Was it almost a relief that you're able to kind of find some of those matches?
Yeah, I say it's a relief, but also just having a group of guys who believe in me. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, with the injury earlier in the season, and then just getting back into the flow of things, they remind me every single day of who I am and what I do. And coaches obviously put that trust in me as well, so it makes it easier to play the game.
You were able to find some mismatches tonight with some of their smaller guards, and I mean even some of their bigs. You at the foul line, in the zone, or you found the baseline a couple of times. Was that kind of the game plan going in, or is that just something that kind of transpired over the course of the game?
Get the ball and play off 2 feet.
Yeah.
That's the. Whatever happens, it happens. But get the ball, be poised, and play with 2 feet.
Yeah, they did a good job of mixing up the defenses. 3-2, playing man, coming out of it. They gave some pressure a little bit, and so they tried to keep us out of rhythm, which I thought they did a really good job of. But for us, it's a matter of sharing. Each time down the floor, it's going to be a different read depending on what the defense gives you, and we just talk about making the next right play. Make the next right play, make the next right play, and eventually over the course of time, some good things will happen for our team.
Any other questions?
Greg, when you see Canisius is playing basically 6 guys, does that factor into your decisions on like tempo or anything? Do you try to do anything differently knowing they've got a short bench, tiring them out or whatever?
Yeah, we wanted to be opportunistic in transition, and I thought we did a good job making the simple play and creating some opportunities in transition. But we wanted to make them work for everything. They shot 55% the first time we played them. And that's too high. And we talked about that at halftime. Hey, they're at 50. We got to get them, in the second half below 50 because they can score it. They can shoot those threes. So for us, we want to get out and try to use our quickness and our versatility. And credit to the guys, they played very hard.
All right, thank you, everybody.